Susan, can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's all clear.
Okay. Okay, everyone. I'm going to speak in English because there's some of our partners in from the Philippines, and I'm going to talk a little bit about why promoting Canada. Of course, especially friends from the Philippines are already aware that Canada is one of the most popular destination. Um, but in like anywhere globally, like there's a like recent change of people considering why like Canada is probably less friendlier than before, or what's the change and what's the opportunity. So I'm gonna debunk all of that arguments. Again, like Susan said, please feel free to drop any question or comments if you have any, instead of waiting at the end of the presentation. I will accommodate every questions from all of you. So again, my name is Michael. I'm your point of contact. But for those who has partnership with Yes Education, can also inquires to them. So a little bit about Canada. No matter what happened, regardless what happened, Canada is still being the top 10 GDP in the world in terms of economic. And it means the opportunity is the growth, the economic growth is still big, but it has less population, meaning Canada is still welcoming people to come. But it's true that now it's become more stricter in terms of regulation, but it's just the government is trying to inviting like like a suitable people with the required background to come to Canada and be part of the Canadian education system, as well to get the opportunity to stay and work there. Okay, so in short, like Canada is still one of the safest country in the world, and we're also very diverse, especially in the big city, in the bigger city like Toronto in Ontario or Vancouver in British Columbia. The quality education, there are still a lot of top university offering top programs, as well as colleges offering what's needed in the workforce in Canada. And similar to some other country offering students who study in Canada is able to work during study. It's a 24 hours per week now. And also we are offering the postgraduate working permit after graduate. So when the student took 1 year study in Canada, they will get 1 year postgraduate working permit. If they studied up to 2 or more years in Canada, then they are eligible to get up to 3 years postgraduate working permit. Again, in the past, this has been like really flexible. It applies to any majors available for study, but now it becomes like more stricter because the government wants to adjust the required workforce with the supply from the graduates. Now, we're talking a little bit more about the province. So Canada consists of 9 provinces and 3 special territory. I'm talking specifically about Vancouver because that's where we are. Vancouver is located in British Columbia province in the west coast. So the nicest things about Vancouver is that we have the mildest climate. So during winter, we're not as cold as the other provinces, and during summer, we are not as hot as the other province. So we are the mildest. That what makes us Southeast Asian people doesn't have any problem in terms of adjusting climate. And then we Vancouver is now ranked 10 most livable city. We are always being in the top 10 list in the world, and we are the only city in North America, including US and Canada, that is in the list. As a third largest city in Canada, we offering a lot of opportunity for graduates from any institution in British Columbia province. So it offers a lot of opportunity as it is what offers in big city. And then there's a lot of immigrants here. So there's a lot of Filipino, Indonesian students, and like if some students decide to stay with homestay, a lot of house parents as well as they are also immigrants coming to Canada in the past. So it's a really immigrants friendly and it's quite diverse. There's a lot of things to do, whether it's city life or if you guys or the students love to do like outdoor activity, there's tons of things to do here in Vancouver. This is what I said previously about the climate. So the more is moving toward east, it becomes like more significant change of the climate. Okay, so every year we receive sums of inquiries moving out from the other province due to like maybe 3 out of 5 students said that because it's very cold, like in the east. And this is the city from the third view. Sky, sorry. This is the city from the third view points. So Vancouver is really beautiful. We have like basically 6 separated islands, but it's all connected through bridges. And students don't need to have car because our public transportation is also the best one in Canada compared to the other city in the other province. Let me share you a video.
Meet Kai. Kai just finished high school in Burnaby, and he intends to rebuild the world, literally. He has an engineering degree in his sights. Meet Maria. She was born in Kiev and ran social media for her family's business for years. With a marketing management degree from Canada, her sandbox is about to get a whole lot bigger. Meet Sam. Meet Vicky. Meet Kyle. What do they have in common? They all come from different places and are heading in different directions. Their paths have converged here in Vancouver, Canada, at Snowy-Laylam Langara College. And despite vast differences in their fields of study and their aspirations, they have found, for this period of their life, a common ground, a place that met them on their journey. A place for Kai to build his foundation. A place for Maria to develop her network. Their future is yet to be written, just like yours. At Langara, we meet you on your journey and have programs that propel you toward your destination, whatever or wherever that might be. Here, you'll find a faculty dedicated to getting you on your way, and you'll find a host of fellow travelers who are on their way. What is your next step? And how can we help? Meet us at Snowy-Laylam Langara College.
So all the setting in the video. Sorry, Susan, did you hear the sound? Okay. So all the setting in the video was taken on our campus. So our campus is pretty big. And oh, here we go. There's another video.
At Langara College, we're here to support you every step of the way. From our amazing faculty who are dedicated to helping you succeed, to our global team who support your transition to living and learning in a new city and culture. Now is the time to begin your journey of transformation, and we can't wait to welcome you to beautiful Vancouver, Canada.
Langara is a launching pad. We're small enough that we can interact with all of our students and get to know them on a name-by-name basis, but we're also large enough that we can provide a world-class facility and education.
Langara provides a wealth of services to brand new international students, starting from pre-arrival all the way up to graduation.
We offer counseling services for students who want to eventually transfer into university. We also offer immigration advising for these students who have questions about, postgraduate work permits.
They can help you with your mental health, they can help you with your academic choices, but overall, they really helped me ease into Vancouver and Canada as a whole.
My favorite thing about Langara is the instructors.
I feel like there's much more access to instructors here because we have small classes and we are here because we want to teach.
The ability to meet one-on-one with students or in small groups is something that makes teaching much more enjoyable.
What is unique to Langara is the fact that our faculty are heavily invested in seeing the student, seeing what they need so that they can reach their end goal.
Langara is a really diverse community. We have students here from all over the world. I think it adds to the atmosphere in the classroom.
I was able to learn about cultures from all over the world, and I was able to share with other students, and I was able to gain leadership skills and communication skills.
If you want to come to Langara, I would say one thing that makes Langara stand out is it's very easy to find your community.
Students can see that we truly embrace, what means to be a Canadian institution, that it's open to the world.
Langara has been one of the best choices I've ever made in my life.
I'm happy that I decided to come to Langara College because I met amazing people, I learned a lot.
So if you're considering Langara, I would like to let you know that I had a great experience here, and if I have to choose again, I would choose Langara every time.
So for the second video, if you pay attention, the keyword is not what they said, but it's more on the people, because everyone who talks comes from different background. So that's how diverse we are. And about Langara itself, we are established since 1970. We are a public institution, and we're representing more than 100 nationalities. With the total students of around 19K and international student of 5K. Okay, for the Filipinos friends, this is some of the notable alumni, especially the woman. You might notice Lara Quigaman is an actress and ex-beauty pageant. She took early childhood in Langara, and she just graduated this year. So this is a really like a breakthrough. And for everyone who watch Ginny and Georgia on Netflix, like the guy is one of the supporting role in the movie. So you might notice. This is our notable alumni. Two of many people. So our statistic said this is a statistic made by BC Council, not by Langara. So, but to our students, and this is what they said, above 90%, like we have like a really satisfaction rate. Okay, so in the left, you might see the top countries representing. There's the Philippines, of course, like second largest community in Langara. And then actually there's Indonesia. This is until January 2024. But last fall, this year, Indonesia is within also the top 10, like number 7. So there's an increasing and also like a decreasing into some of others nationality. And to the right, it still remained the same. The statistics said like what programs that is popular that the students took at Langara. Mostly like STEM and health and business. Okay, so talking about, I know that maybe you guys also have partners like other public college. So what makes Langara different? So basically, I would say public institution is typically offering the same quality of education in Canada. However, there is some objective point that makes one distinct to another. And for Langara, one of them is the location. Our location is the most strategic compared to any other public institution in Vancouver. And we are only located 15, like 5 station stops, like a SkyTrain, MRT, from the international airport. And it took around like 15 minutes to downtown. So here's how to get our campus. It's really easy.
Langara College is located in the beautiful city of Vancouver. And here are ways on how to get on campus. Langara is accessible by transit. It is included in the UPass BC program, providing students with unlimited all-zone access to TransLink bus, SkyTrain, and SeaBus services throughout the Metro Vancouver area. The Langara 49th station on SkyTrain's Canada Line drops you within a 7-minute walk from the main campus. It is also accessible by transit. Bus stops are conveniently located adjacent to the campus on 49th Avenue at Manitoba Street and Ontario Street. Walking is also a great alternative. There are plenty of residential areas surrounding the campus, so a lot of students who live close by would often go on walks. On most days, it's a combination of all these three. The journey going to Langara is part of the experience. Make your next stop Langara College.
So we are also the only college who have like a station stop named after us, Langara 49 Avenue. That station stops just right like 2 minutes in front of our campus, like our main campus. As a college, we focus on like the combination of theoretical and hands-on approach. So we are equipped with the cutting edge of technologies to support the study of academic. This is our computer labs, and we have a 1 floor dedicated for nursing students. And then our typical classroom is maximum of hosting 32 students. So it's not that like it's not as big as university, but that what makes us stand out, like what makes college stand out, because the opportunity to get to know all the peers and the professor is higher chance, and most of the opportunity also coming from the network. And then this is our some design mixed with the engineer facility. And we also have a counseling service department who can help students outside their academic, especially with their mental health. And everything is confidential here. And we are really also proud to our co-op department, who will help assist students with all the information for like any opportunity, whether it's for internship or some part-time job sometimes. We have one building, we call it T building, which consists of 6 different like a separate function. And just like university, we also have clubs and organizations. There are tons of organization. If students cannot find what they like, they can also like create their own clubs. They made the proposal and like gathering the minimum of 7 people, I guess, yeah, to get it approved. And then other than clubs, organization, we also have volunteer programs, which help, especially if students wants to enroll to some program. They need to do like a volunteer job before to be eligible to apply or change the programs. We also have a pretty strong like athletic team who won several accolades, like locally, regionally, in Canada, or even national. So in short, why college? Because we offer a flexible option to study, and then small class sizes, and compared to university that is more focused on academic, we are more mixed, and of course the load is a little bit less tense compared to university. And then definitely it's more affordable than a university. So programs, I'm going to talk a little bit more because this is since this session hosting friends from Indonesia and the Philippines, there might be a different insight about the programs. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. We offer basically 5 credential. Certificate is just a 1-year program. And then micro credential is a short program that the students can take on top of their program. Okay. And then there's an associate degree or diploma. This is a 2-year undergraduate program. The difference is associate degree is for purely for university transfer, whereas diploma is categorized as career program, where after study they can work or they can transfer as well. And then we're also offering a few bachelor degree, and most popular programs for Filipino is post degree diploma. Okay. So in short, there are 2 categories: regular studies and continuing studies. Regular studies is offered in our main campus, where continuing studies is offered to our city campus. We have 2 campus, okay? In the main campus in Langara 49 Avenue and in downtown, in Broadway campus. So of all those 2 categories, we have 3 different level: university transfer, bachelor degree, and career program. That's the subcategory. Okay, that is the thing that we need to remember. So I'm going to talk a little bit one by one, starting from university transfer. But before that, no matter what the program taken, there are 5 different faculty. We have arts, science, social, health, business. Okay. Maybe for I would like to share that for Indonesian friends, science and business are most popular, and for Filipino friend, science and health are most popular. Okay. Also social is also popular among Filipinos. Okay, I'm going to talk the first program, which is university transfer. For Indonesian friends, you're probably already familiar with transfer system, but I'm going to try to keep it simple, especially for the Filipinos friends today, who is this program, I believe, will be like more sustainable in for Filipinos market, but no one's working on this program before. So in the Philippines market, I would say the majority are adults market, but in the long run, I believe that this program will be like a more sustained. No matter like if there's a change of immigration, it won't be affected that much because this is basically for a K-12 market. Okay, so pathway to university. This is a university transfer. Study at Langara 1 year or 2 year, and then transfer to any university in Canada to earn bachelor. So the idea was that study in Canada can be affordable if they choose to start with college first and then transfer to university instead of directly go to university. That's the idea. Okay. This transfer system is like commonly applied or implemented in British Columbia, but not in other province. So this is one of British Columbia's strength point. For university transfer program, we call the credential associate degree, whether it's associate of art or associate of science. So if you heard associate program, associate degree, then you know this is a university transfer program. Okay, so we have art and science, just 2. However, these 2 category can serve any major that the student interested. For example, students come to you and then like, oh, I wanted to take like a K-12 students, like a grade 12 students, for example, come to you and then they ask, oh, I want to study Actoria, or I want to study microbiology, like a very specific program. And if you take a look at this, none of that are stated in this section. However, the idea is that you must know what is the umbrella, the field of the programs that the student choose. For example, actuary, if they want to study actuaria, they can start with math. They can take Associate of Science of Math at Langara College and then transfer for actuaria program for their third and the fourth year at the university. So the system in Canada is pretty similar with the US, where for undergraduate level, a bachelor degree, the major are focused on the third year, not the first or the second year. So basically the first and the second year, they will study the general section of the field that they are going to study. For example, actuaria is under math, is under science. So they can take it math, study math at Langara and then transfer it to other university for the 2 years. So 2 plus 2. So that's the concept, okay? Again, if you have questions, just drop in the comment section. I will address it later. So the red highlight for biology and computer here, we do have co-op program available, only biology and computer science. So the students have the opportunity to do co-op, which is a paid internship, 1 semester or 2 semester. It's optional. They can take it, or if they don't want to take it, it's also fine. But biology and computer is available for co-op. So where our student transferred to? This is the list. So on the left side are all university available in British Columbia, and then we do have few students transferred to top school at other province like McGill, University of Toronto, or Queen's. Okay, this concept probably is really common for Indonesian market, but for a Filipino, maybe this is something new. But this is something that you can work out and start to try to build relationship with high school, because like every year there is always a high school student, right? Who probably some of them wants to study abroad. And regardless the immigration policy change, it doesn't affect to this kind of market. So I know that currently this is a small market in the Philippines, but this is something that you can try to plan, and it will work out for a long time, for a long run in the future. Because once it's established, like K-12 students will try to seek opportunity as well. Okay, because I think like I visited some of school in the Philippines, and they do actually have a session with like a UBC and Waterloo University, that's a really expensive schools, especially in the point of view of like generally overview. Those are like a very expensive school, but they do have session with that school. Like there's a poster in their main hall. So I believe like they do have market. It's just agency do not really tap into high school in the Philippines before. So this is like a really good opportunity for you to grab. Okay. So all the articulation from Langara courses to other school in BC can be checked on the website BC Transfer Guide. That is a government website. So, but for the other province, we don't know how many credits courses from Langara is going to transfer, because there's no system at the moment to for the cross province. So it really depends on how their assessment work. So the student have to get accepted first to University of Toronto, for example, and then after they start the study, then they will do the assessment. This is the same as how US transfer system works. If it's transfer outside of states, usually they can only know how many credits that are transferred after they start their study at the university. But in the same province, it can be checked. Even like prior you can check in the website. I'm going to skip this. Okay, so this is the comparison of tuition per year. This is the recent data that I try to find. So so you see, like UBC is really expensive. So, but they can save a lot if they study 2 years at Langara before they transfer to university. For the Philippines market, as I told you, sometimes for international school where the family is really rich, like a financially strong, maybe they would be able to afford directly to go to UBC. But still, even if they can afford, probably if they parent know that this fact, they probably still would consider because they can save a lot, tons of money instead of like going straight forward. That's yeah. So this is what the university transfer benefits of from the students and as well as from the parents. To summarize, again, it's a smaller class, it's flexible courses, and then of course they can save tons of money if they start to study at college. So next, moving on, bachelor, I won't have to explain this because this is a really straightforward program, basically a bachelor degree, a 4-year program. But we do have only two, Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics, and then BBA, which is currently paused, and another one, Bachelor of Recreation Management, which is a hospitality program, but that's only offered for the 3rd year. Okay. I'm moving on to career program. This is especially really popular among Filipino, but for Indonesian students, this program is also quite popular because there's some tricks like benefit from this career program. So basically, career program is the rest of the program that is not associate program, that is not bachelor program. So the rest of program is under career program. Now we're talking about diploma program. Diploma program is the same 2 years as associate degree. But the difference is diploma is more focused, in a sense, is more kind of more difficult. But some of the diploma program will give guaranteed transfer progression to top university. I'm starting with the arts column. So our 2 years fine art program is a guaranteed progression to Emily Carr University, which is the best art and design school in Canada, also located in Vancouver. It's a 2+2 guaranteed. We don't ask for portfolio, so high school student can just apply to us into Langara, and then they will just progress and keep the GPA to maintain GPA to a 3.1 GPA, and then they will guaranteed sit at Emily Carr for the 3rd year. And then business not guaranteed, but our diploma business have a preferred admission if student transfer to UBC. Okay. And then health. For health, food, nutrition, and health are guaranteed progression to UBC, dietary and nutrition department. So 2+2. And then for science, our engineering, applied science for engineering also guaranteed to UBC, but 2+3. Okay. Social, unfortunately, I don't have any, we don't have any like a special treatment. So, but what makes diploma program different is that after completing diploma program, the student basically can do, like they can work in Canada, quote unquote, programs that is available for PGWP only. In the past, all of these programs are eligible, but now you have to make sure that the program is under the PGWP list or not. Okay. Moving on. Okay, this is post-degree diploma program, which is, I have a really good news for a Filipino friend. I know that with the change, like the last year, 2024 November change, that Canadian government limiting the PGWP list, and then some of our programs are no longer able to bring spouse. But So, Langara College offering post-degree diploma program nursing practice in Canada. We are the only college offering this program in the province. And then in Canada, Langara College Nursing Practice in Canada program is the only program that we can offer that is eligible for PGWP and spouse open work permit. So actually, students taking a nursing practice in Canada, they can bring spouse and the spouse can work. This is really good news. In fact, this is the only good news that I can bring to the table for the Filipinos market. And of course, our tuition fee is like very affordable compared to if they studied master degree in nursing. And the requirement is also like really flexible. We accept fresh graduate from bachelor nursing from the Philippines. As long as they get active license, they can apply, even though if they have no working experience. So this is catch. Okay, this is to sum it up. And for this program, our faculty is also offering application waiver, not for the other program, but only for this program. So this is really good news for especially the Filipinos friends. I have a video that I would like to share, 2 minutes, but maybe I will just cut half. This is a Filipino
I'm
student.
Aneska, and I'm from the Philippines. I joined the NPIC program at Langara, fall 2024. I heard about Langara College from a cousin of mine, and I checked the website and I checked what the NPIC Nursing Practice in Canada program was all about, and I found that it's what internationally educated nurses like me actually need to get a feel of what nursing is like here in Canada. It's been an enriching experience, first because the nursing faculty are very supportive and they make us feel confident in our skills, not focusing so much on mistakes, but rather encouraging us to improve. And being in a diverse class also prepared me better interact with patients in real life situations. I've been spending a lot of time with my cohort who have become my family here in Vancouver. We go on picnics, we eat out, we go to events. We've even gone to a concert. I highly recommend the NPIC program at Langara College to my fellow Filipino nurses who are interested in building a career here in Canada. Not only does it prepare us with the skills needed to practice as nurses, it also supports students to write the NCLEX exam. During our orientation, the PDD NPIC coordinator said that we have to look at the room and remember those faces because they're going to be your family for the rest of the year. And that's what my cohort has been to me. They're my number one supporters, and they make the journey here in Canada, your nursing journey here in Canada, a very meaningful one. After graduation, well, I plan to apply everything that I've learned from the NPIC program and go out there and make a difference in people's lives.
Okay, just adding some insight. We also have Filipino students, like a previous cohort, who get accepted, like employed by a public hospital in Vancouver. And you know what? Some of the hospital, they have a programs to reimburse percentage of the tuition fee. It's not Langara's program, it's the hospital program. So some of, like one of the students that I know from the Philippines, they got employed by the public hospital in Vancouver, and they got reimbursed like 90%. Like, so basically she paid nothing, almost like a free education for the NPIC program at Langara because of that program from the hospital. So this is really like encouraging. I hope this is like a really interesting for Filipinos partners to promote to your market. So, okay, we do have a scholarship of 7,500. But however, this program is only for undergraduate program, which is unfortunately not for post-degree program. So nursing practice is not included. So this is for associate degree or for diploma program. Certificate is also included, but they have to be a program of regular studies. So the program that is offered in our main campus. Okay, so the student have to apply first and make sure they have 80% of their TOR high school transcript, and then they get an offer from Langara, and then they can start to submit a separate application for this scholarship. I believe that 7,500 is the largest scholarship offered for a college in Vancouver. Yeah, in BC, I believe. So I don't think other colleges offer this high. So it's not up to, it's either the student get this or not get this at all. So yeah, the admission is easy. Just contact Yes Education, and they will give you timeline and what to prepare everything. And all the information also you can check on our website. Oh, I want to show you this for the last before I sign out. So, especially from the Filipinos, just to point out that I'm not bragging, if you check on IRCC website about the PGWB, there's this section where you can click on the eligible programs. You can see here, but there's an additional program where they include in British Columbia, our PDD nursing practice is eligible for this PGWP and spouse open work permit. So this is stated in IRCC. It's not us claiming the statement, but that's why just in all honesty, with the changes, I get quite, I don't know what to do in for the Philippines market. But then the government changed and put at this our program. So I think like I really want to push to introduce our post-degree degree diploma for nursing practice, especially in the Philippines, because this is all that I can help in such a difficult situation in the Philippines. Maybe not for Indonesia, because Indonesia again not really is a heavy undergraduate market for university transfer. So for Indonesian friends, all the change doesn't really matter. Yeah. So I just want to emphasize that. I guess that's all from me. I give it back to Susan and Pauline. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Michael. It was a great sharing for everyone, especially highlighting the nursing practice in Langara, which is quite a huge advantage for them. And before we move to the Q&A section, I'd like to introduce my friend Pauline. Hi, Paul. Welcome.
Hi everyone. I'm so sorry. I know you started and like right on time and I joined like a little bit late. But yeah, thank you for sharing all the information about Langara College, Michael, and even sharing the video of one of the students from the Philippines. Maybe I can also ask like right now with because I saw the data that you presented showing that Philippines is among the top nationalities at Langara College, but we also see the impact, I would say, of social media discussions and even the recent policy changes. And understandably, many Filipino applicants are, I'll say, skeptical. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but yeah, skeptical about pursuing studies in Canada now. And we can see the data also reflects a noticeable decrease in numbers. So given those concerns, what message or clarification can you share with our Filipino attendees today, particularly among like around um, misinformation circulating online, so they can better understand that Canada continue to provide opportunities for them to like for them to choose a study there.
Hmm. Thank you, Pauline. That's such a great question.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I would like to say that social media impact is pretty scary. Even some time ago, even our like agent partner asking is like Canada even no longer accepting international students, because we read like sometimes there's a lot of news circulating online, but many are using some clickbait style. So you need to have to click on it and like read it thoroughly. And so I think, in my opinion, the best way to deal with people who are skeptic, or like because they like their friends told some information, or in the Facebook group. So I think the best way is to provide the official link. For example, like promoting like there's an opportunity, especially health is still become the number one priority in Canada job workforce placement. And so the opportunity is still big. um and in order to like trying to like convince them like better is to provide the link official from the IRCC, because that is not debatable. People can have their opinion, but if the regulation, the official from the website states that, then meaning everyone in Canada will follow through. So, and maybe the other ways is to connect with some of the Filipino students who already there, and who's probably already working there. If there's a request, I will try my best to connect as well with them, to connect them with you or the partner, or the prospective students. So they will be more like a it will be more like a believable from their point of view. You know, as I would say, it's true that the immigration policy gives a huge impact, especially for the Philippines market, and the numbers decline. That is uh, the truth. Even in Langara, it's even though Filipino students are still the second largest, it's still like decline pretty significant. And because in the past all of our programs are eligible for PGWP, now it's only like several programs. And the government, it seems like they want to push students to pursue like a master degree instead. But master degree at the university offered are comes along with the more expensive programs to pay. So it is just understandably that the demand of people look at the opportunity to study at college are different than before. But that doesn't necessarily makes that Canada is like a closing opportunity. So if they still want to, it's just that now agency, you need to connect with the right students. And like I said in my presentation, I think currently the only best news that I can offer is the post-degree diploma in nursing practice, because they can bring spouse, and spouse is able to work. Unless you've got like a single mature student, for example, like they have no partner, they're not married yet, they're adult, or like a fresh graduate from undergraduate bachelor, but they want to pursue degree, then yes, we do have some programs like data analytics that is also eligible for PGWP, you know. But why the Filipinos market also from in Langara also declined? Because in the past, the majority students are bring their spouse. from the Philippines, right? So with all these changes, um, like we only have nursing to offer, and not everyone are studying nursing back in the Philippines, right? So we are to have adjust this to like an ethical in ethical manner. So we cannot just recruit everybody. We just need to get connect with the right students. I guess that is my answer to to your question.
No, 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 thank you for that one, Michael. Because
Mm.
yeah, there's a lot of discussions and giving misinformations in social media. Yeah, so thank you for clearing that one. And it's so nice to share some information from Langara College and even from IRCC from your end. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
It was a great discussion, and I noticed that by pointing out that program, I think some of our agents are interested to talk about it as well for Indonesian students. So we got one question in the Q&A section asking about what is the academic requirements for nursing in practice and the backgrounds. Is it should be in nursing as well or graduate grade 12? Is it acceptable? Could you explain it more for Indonesian market?
Mm. For post-degree diploma nursing practice in Canada, it's a post-degree level, meaning the student have to have a bachelor degree first. And yes, for nursing, it's very specialized, it's very niche. So the student have to have a background of bachelor in nursing and an active license for nursing in home country, which means in Indonesia, if they have it, then they are eligible to apply. So it's not for a grade 12 students.
Thank you. But if they have studied nursing in Indonesia, yes, they can apply
Yes.
if they have a active license of nursing as well, right? Yeah, okay. So I think this is a very specialized and niche program as well. But sometimes if you do receive the inquiries, feel free and remember Langara as your choice. Okay, so if you still have any more questions about it, or the other programs, feel free to ask. And I do believe that a lot some of the agents are familiar with Langara, but some are not. If you still want to have a questions about it, feel free to type, as I personally visited Langara this year and it is very beautiful, and I do believe it's a welcome space for students as well, and it's very diverse. So whatever nationalities your students are, either in Southeast Asia, for Indonesia and Philippines, I think it's a very welcoming place for study. And I believe for Indonesian students, if they are living after grade 12, usually, it's a safe space to learn and very welcoming place, which is a most important part for them. You know, being away for the first time away from family, you need a safe place to learn and a very welcoming community. So that's the most important part for them. Okay. Um, just to another highlight for Indonesian agents, we're still rolling the consular incentive program. So if you have students to apply or to pay the tuition fee within this year, you'll still have the incentive, additional incentive, apart from the usual commission fees. So please remember that. And we're still rolling from promotion for fam trip 2026 to Australia, UK, and Vietnam this year. So for everyone who's applying for Langara College, you got points and you got opportunity to join our fam trip in Vietnam as well for next year. So anyone else want to ask questions, or maybe Pao, do you want to add something for the Filipino agents?
Um, I think that's pretty much it. we will just be sending more information, detailed one, summary of this webinar. And on behalf of the Philippine agents, Michael, I would like to say thank you for sharing all the information you can share to not just Philippines, but for Indonesia as well. And looking forward to collaborate more with you and bring in numbers for Langara College as well.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, everyone who joined, participate in this session. I hope it's insightful. And yeah, let's get connected.
Yeah, thank you. So just to remind that we're gonna share the recording of this webinar post after the webinar, so you can look at it again, listen to it again, and if you want to see the details of the program after this, I'm gonna share you the the resources for Langara as well. So it's gonna be like easy for you to check it out as well. So thank you so much everyone for the time, and thank you so much Michael, thank you so much Pao, thank you so much, and we're gonna see you next time on the next webinar. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.